Welcome to the Cyber Sangha podcast. Cyber Sangha is a program of free live broadcasts, launched in 2009 by renowned teacher and author Tenzin Wangyal Rinpoche. Join us as we draw on ancient Tibetan wisdom to discover how to connect with our best self and live to our highest potential. The following teaching, The Power of Silence and Warmth of the Breath, was given by Rinpoche on March 12, 2021, as part of a year-long series, A Year of Body, Speech, and Mind. This content is for informational purposes only. Listeners should consult medical professionals for any physical or mental health concerns. Please use headphones and do not meditate while driving or operating machinery.
So I'm here, beautiful morning, sitting in the Bay Area, near the water. Beautiful sun, nice warm. Water is coming very close, so I probably have to jump some point. So I just thought I have not been on the Facebook for some time, and no particular plans, but I thought to do a short spontaneous thing this morning, and particularly talk a little bit about the power of silence and the warmth of the breath. And the reason why I thought also this month has been our month of the silence, and I hope that all of your practices are going well with the silence. How's your practice going with the silence? Everybody is fully engaged. Practice with the silence, experience of silence becoming more clear, stronger. I hope so. So generally, we always think about, like when we do something, then only something happens. When we scream, when we are loud, when we demand, when we argue, then maybe we think sometime the communication is happening. But in a real life, we all know many times we experience that's not always true. But somehow we are always driven to do something in order to accomplish something. We are always driven to speak out some very loud voices, demanding things in order to others to hear. And we emotionally, conceptually get so charged up, like we think about something day and night, non-stop, and we think some clarity will arise. Some clarity will arise so that we can make a good decisions. That's what our general perception is. Sometimes it might be true, sometimes it is true, but most of the time they are not true. Because the main reason is not true, because somehow it's coming from wrong place. It's coming from the pain identity. It is coming from pain. It's coming from wounds. It's coming from traumatized personality. It's coming from the past, not from the present. It's coming from not who you are today, but maybe who you have been with a lot of pain in the past. that's why I think it's not always true. So I wanted to say a little bit like first of all, this idea, awareness of the silence, which I have spoken many times. Right, this very moment in this beautiful place here. So you see the water, I feel the air, I feel the sun, and it's also very quiet this moment here. But the question is, do I feel the quietness? Or it is just a quiet out there, but I'm not connecting with that, I'm not experiencing with that. Or maybe I am experiencing it, I feel it, I hear the silence. I am aware of the silence. It is not only quiet and silence out there, I am fully aware of it. The moment I am aware of the silence, silence becomes alive. Silence becomes luminous. Silence becomes a healing. And silence also makes you feel deep sense of peace. If you continuously rest in the silence, just being aware of it, not trying to manipulate, not trying to change, not get lost in silence, but fully aware and connected, then silence continuously becomes alive. And there's a deep sense of joy. Maybe a deep sense of feeling of connected and love. Because you are in the moment, because you are connected to the nature, because you are hearing the silence. Not only silence is there, quietness is there, you're hearing it, you're feeling it, you're aware of it, you're connected to it. Therefore, healing spontaneously happening, or healing can happen spontaneously this very moment. it's wonderful to stay quiet and allow the silence become more alive. So when we think about the spontaneous healings, you can think about, in a way, the session of profound therapy session with the nature. Maybe a comment about the waves are a little louder. It's fine. Maybe if you connect with the wave, maybe you learn more than hearing me. So it doesn't really matter so much you're hearing me or not. The most important thing, what we were saying here, is the hearing, the silence within. Hearing the silence in even the moment when there is a noises. Experiencing the silence within when there is a moment of thoughts and emotions. Hearing the silence, even you're hearing loud waves of the water, because the silence is everywhere. And because the silence is much more present and alive, and you are much more connected to it. So that's, I think it's important, that ability to hear silence everywhere, particularly in the noises, moment of noises, externally and internally. Because deep inside, the silence is everywhere. It's everywhere. It's like saying the empty nature. We are 99.9% space. We are empty. We are, so do we feel that? Or do we feel like it's so heavy and dark and lost? Same thing. Since it's empty, then also silence is very pervasive. But do we feel that? Do we feel connection to that silence? Not. I guess it's very true also in life generally that when somebody is able to experience more silence in oneself, there's less need to talk, less need to be loud, less need to talk non-stop. We know when sometimes some people cannot just stop at all, and you can, not what they're really saying so much, but their need to say so much and their lack of connection to that inner silence within themselves, it's really far interesting. So maybe the last thing here this morning, I wanted to just say that, very often in our life, or maybe the question here is to all of you, is how many of you are frustrated right this moment in your life? That you're really, in terms of the communication, that you're really trying to connect with somebody, that you're really trying to communicate with somebody. And you feel very frustrated, and you can see and feel that you're becoming a little bit more louder and louder in connection with that person. That you're talking more, you're talking louder, you're getting frustrated, you're using you are expressing those frustration in your voice, in your words, in your text messages. And you somehow sometimes feel maybe that might help you to communicate, or that might help you to connect with that person. And very often it is proven more and more, the more you're frustrated, the more you speak loud, the more you say the words that you don't want to say, like mean words, and the more you can feel the disconnection. But we still keep on doing it, because somehow in deep inside we're believing that talking loud or talking forceful might connect and communicate, but that's not happening in life. So what is the solution? The solution here is truly relationship to the silence. The moment you're frustrated, the moment you are ready to say something mean or forceful, you cannot stop for 5 minutes. You cannot wait for 5 minutes to say something mean and forceful to someone. You feel its urgency. You can feel in your body your breathing shorter. Maybe your blood pressure is higher. And you can see you're not really feeling the silence. You have kind of lost the connection to the silence. So you cannot wait for 5 minutes to say something mean to someone. So that very moment, if you bring full attention to yourself and be aware of that inner silence beyond those noises, even you have a slight connection with that inner silence, even though you're feeling the noises, you're angry, agitated, you're upset, you wanted to react and all of those things, but even a glimpse of silence of experience, that moment inside yourself, that silence will help you. That silence will say, yes, I know you wanted to say these mean things right now, but maybe you don't have to do that right this moment. Just don't do it. Don't say it. Because it's not you. It's the noise in you. It's the pain in you. It's the sense of who is lost. It's the sense who don't know what they're doing in you. That is who is ready to say something and not willing to wait for another minute. So silence will inside silence will tell you that. Especially the moment you are aware of that silence, when you kind of feel that silence, you're aware of that silence. The moment you are aware of that silence, your attention, your focus to that noise, those mean words, is already weakened. The moment you're aware of the inner silence, those noises already going down, like volume is already turned down completely. And not completely, but it's going down. So that moment, when the volume is going down, you're strong enough. You feel clear enough and strong enough to not to say anything right now. I have a right to say nothing right now. I don't have to say it right now. I can wait. I can rethink what I wanted to say. I might not say anything because the what is this very moment cannot be better. If I say something, might mess up something because my inner noise is not able to see how beautiful this moment is, how beautiful this person is, how good this situation is. My pain just wanted to change it because it's not seeing the goodness of the moment, the goodness of the person, even goodness, resourceful of the situation is not seeing that. So we lose a lot of many things in life because of these inner noises so present. And connection to the inner silence is so far. So the awareness of the inner silence is truly a great protection, a refuge within oneself. And a lot of communication happens during those moments, like how many times wonderful, deep communication happened with someone when you remain silent. I'm not talking about the just absence of noises. I'm more talking about the presence of awareness of the silence. Not just absence of noise, but awareness of that silence. That is a life, that gives the energy, that allows the healing, that allows the connection, that makes the communication. But if it's only absence of the noise and it's dead, then that doesn't do anything. No healing, no communication, no energy, no light, nothing. That's why it's called the power of awareness of the silence. It's not just silence. And in relation to the breath, I think it's also relation to the breath is, when do you breathe better? When do you breathe deep? So people always say breathing deep. It's so many scientific findings that is very good for health, breathing deep. When do you breathe deep? When you are aware of your breath, when there is no inner interference of blockages, physical blockages, energetic blockages, emotional, conceptual blockages. And in this particular case of the silence is when there is no blockages of the noises, then only you breathe deep. When you breathe deep, you fall asleep. You get deep rest. Spiritually, you get deep rest from samsara. Or even physically in the night, you get deep rest from your exhaustion of the day. Emotionally, you get deep rest from all the emotions you're experiencing. So you get deep rest by breathing deep. You're able to breathe deep because no noise is interfering. Silence is there. So silence allowing you to breathe deep. I'm sure the noise is getting stronger here because the water is now getting so close. But the noise, you can also hear this noise as a music, a melody. And this sound can become a melody if you're hearing it from the airs of the silence. This sound becomes a noise if the ears of the pain is listening to it. So I hope you're hearing these beautiful melodies outside and inside. Okay, so I will allow all of you, I'll just kind of show the camera that toward the water, and I will sing last few Aum Hung. Aum Hung is the space, the light, and the warmth. Okay, so wonderful to see you all. Many beautiful faces and familiar faces. So I love this sometimes moment of silence or moment of beautiful light happens and just share and not have long plannings. So long planning is like sometimes more stressful. So this is so beautiful. Thank you so much, everybody. Many, many blessings and many loves, and be safe and stay connected to the silence. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Cyber Sangha podcast. If you'd like to learn more about Cyber Sangha, visit us online at cybersangha.net.